So first, we are going to talk about the episode where where Cass is Cassifer. Okay, the whole entire time Cass is Cassifer. I I'm just so delighted because he's so good at being Lucifer. Like he is amazing at being Lucifer. And I and I think the funniest moment like I put on Instagram is when he says, "You know what they say. Those who hesitate disintegrate." It's my favorite thing. It's like my favorite. It's one of my favorite things that he says, like ever. And I just love it so much. And I love when he's Cassifer because, like, Mark Pellegrino, like, even says this at, like, every con that I've been to. He's like, Misha did it the best. Like, out of all the people who had to, like, portray Lucifer other than Mark Pellegrino, like, Misha did the best. And that's because like Misha literally like he went up to Mark and he was like, "Hey, like can we just like talk about this?" Like and he just like studied him and got all these tips from Mark Pellegrino, and I mean it was great. It was great. And so he just kept saying like he really loved how he portrayed him. He's the only one that got it right. He's like, "Cuz you know that the like rock star guy or whatever, he was like, yeah, I never like that guy never even watched Supernatural. That's why you knew, that's why it was so weird." And I do remember thinking that like that rock star guy who's like Lucifer for like a hot second, like he doesn't act like Lucifer. He just acts like mean. And like Lucifer is mean, but not, you know, he's still like childish and like charming in a way. And that was all Mark Pellegrino. And then Misha was able to like portray it the same way, but like those other people that played him, like, and then the president was just as bad. And none of them like talked to Mark Pellegrino, like none of them watched Supernatural, so they had no idea what they were doing, which is why literally Misha did it the best. He really did. He did it so good. He was like he like was mimicking like Mark Pellegrino as Lucifer perfectly, and it was great. It was really funny. All right. All right. And then okay, I personally, some of my favorite episodes are when Cass is Steve. Those are some of my favorite episodes. And okay, the funniest line that I think he says when he's Steve is when Dean comes in and they're talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I had to like, you know," he's naming off all the stuff that he had to do for the gas station, and he's like, I have responsibilities. Like I'm a big deal here." Oh my gosh. And then I felt so bad for him when he thought that his boss like was asking him out on a date, but she was just asking him to babysit, which was very confusing. I would have been confused if I was him as well, because she really did make it sound like a date. So I don't know what she was thinking, but whatever. Anyway, Steve is amazing, and I think like Cass goes through so many phases. And I just think like almost every phase is like super humorous. Steve is one of those. Steve is like so funny and everything about him is great. All right. Yes. Um and then the next one, and this is a famous one. It is when they go to that, you said you love Steve. I know. And yeah, it was so confusing. I didn't know she was actually asking for him to babysit. Right? Right? It was so sad. And it was super confusing. Like, who asked someone to babysit that way? Like, I don't understand. Steve is amazing. And you said, I always had a theory that Misha ate Mark to play Lucifer. He did great. Now I regret that I watched those episodes first and spin. Oh no, don't regret it. It's no, he did great. He really did, and I think that's hilarious. You think he ate Mark? I mean, that's how well he did. He did amazing. Like he did so good. He was like a perfect Lucifer. Perfect Lucifer. All right. Okay. So this next one we're going to talk about is classic. It's a famous line. It is when they go to that like it's like a nursing home or a senior home or whatever it is, and they go in and and they start talking to everyone, and then Cass goes, "I'll interrogate the cat." I love it. And it is. It's one of the classic Cass lines that just is so funny. All right. Okay. And then, okay. This was a long time ago. This was like in season, I don't even know what season it was. It was like in the early seasons. And it's another classic cast line, of course. And it's when it's when they're working with Meg, and it's after, okay, so okay, first of all, one of the other, another funny episode is when Cass is sitting there watching I don't know if I can say it on Twitch. PORN. I'll just spell it out. On on the computer, and and Dean's like, you really shouldn't be watching that like in front of us. And then that was really funny. That was so funny, and it's so funny that like Cass, because that's still when Cass didn't really get it. He didn't really get what being a human was. And so he didn't really understand. He was just like watching it. And then I kind of remember him like tilting his head. That was hilarious. But what came after that is when they were working with Meg, and then he like kisses her out of nowhere. And it's because they think they're going to die. And he says, "I learned that from the pizza man." Oh my God. Yes. So funny. Yes. That scene was hilarious. And he said, "Yes, I'll interrogate the cow" is one of my favorite cast lines. Yes. It is so funny. And I just love it. I just love it. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Oh my gosh. And it's funnier in Enochian. Yes. I have that sticker on my computer. It's funnier in Enochian. I love it. Yes. That did make it on my list. It did. Oh, okay. Another one of my most favorite funny cast moments lines is with the Ghost Facers, of course, because I love the Ghost Facers. So it's when he pops in, and then the guy goes, "Jesus Christ," and he's like, "No, I'm Castiel." My favorite thing ever. My favorite thing ever. Again, this is when Cass didn't understand like Jesus Christ is just like a saying sometimes. It's not like he's like, "No, yeah, I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm Cass. I'm Castiel." Oh my gosh, he's so cute. All right. Another one of my favorite cast lines is when they were like, "Why is," I forgot who asked him, but they were like, "Why is 6 afraid of 7?" He's like, "I don't know. Prime numbers can be very intimidating." Oh my gosh, that is one of the best lines. And every time I hear that joke now, that's why is 6 afraid of 7? Is it why is 6 afraid of 7, or why is 6 afraid of 9 because 7, 8, 9? Or no, why is 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9? Okay, I don't. Whew. I'm like, I don't know the joke. But every time I hear it, I'm like, I think of Cass, because it's just perfect. He's just perfect. Okay, another one from when he was a okay, so another one from when he was a human. It was when he lost his virginity. and then they're like, "You use protection, right?" He's like, "I had an angel blade." Oh, priceless. Priceless. Cass is so funny. Like, really, I am convinced they gave him the best lines. They really did. They really did. Because he really does have a lot of the, like, classic supernatural lines. A lot of them are his. Yes. Okay. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to look at all of the things. Okay, let's see. Oh, when he says, "Hey, ass butt," of course, again, a classic line. And then he like throws the thing at him. Hey, ass butt. I love in the I love, oh, what is it? Oh, I love in the fan fiction episode when they're doing that's fan fiction, right? When they're doing the play. Yeah, that's fan fiction. I love when they're doing that episode and then like they do that and they're like, "Hey, ass butt," in the play. It just makes me laugh every single time. Okay. All right, let's read these chats. Okay, Misha pretending to be Misha, pretending to be Cass, French mistake. I never get why that episode was named that. I'll look it up. In just a second. Yeah, no, that is one of the funniest moments is Cass like Misha pretending to be Misha, pretending to be Cass is hilarious. And his portrayal of like himself is just so funny. Hey, Misha Migos. Oh my gosh. It was so cute too, but like, oh my gosh, it was the best. Okay, what's the next one? Okay, I was talking to a friend over Snapchat the other day and I kept talking to him in gifts from Supernatural. And he got so annoyed at me. He's like, "Oh God," and I sent him the gift for "No, I'm Castiel." I couldn't stop laughing at my own response. I love that. I love that. Like, literally, that is perfect. I'm gonna do that to somebody now. You just gave me the idea. Thank you so much. I really, really love that. That's perfect. Oh my gosh, you did amazing. That's perfect. All right. Okay, I'm gonna look up the French mistake and see, like, why it was named that. Sorry, totally off topic, but why not? Why was French mistake? Okay, let's see. French mistake meaning. Let's see what it says. Okay. Okay, this is not what okay. Oh, this is not, no, don't look it up. Don't look it up. When I looked up the French mistake, I did not get what I thought I was gonna get. Okay, don't look up the French mistake. Like, don't add, like, I literally put in the French mistake definition and I was not expecting what I was going to get. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can answer that question for you today. I'll try to answer it another day. That was wild. Okay, anyway. Another funny cast moment. I talked about this last week. One of my favorite cast moments, one of my most favorite funny moments ever is when Cass walks in to Scooby Natural. It is, oh my gosh, I saved a meme from it the other day so I could recite it to you all. And I don't know where it is. Okay, let's see. Documents. Maybe it's in my documents. Okay, yes, it's right here. Okay, I'm going to say it word for word. This is what he says, because last week I couldn't remember. This is what Cass says when he comes in to Scooby Natural. So he's like walking in, they're already in the Scooby-Doo universe, and this is what he says, and it is one of my favorite moments ever. He says, "Sam, Dean, I'm back from Syria with the fruit from the tree of life. The tree was guarded by a pack of jinn. I killed most of them, bargained with the rest. I think I'm technically married to their queen now." And he just says it so matter-of-factly. Like, it's just so normal, which, I mean, I guess for them, it probably is. But it just tickles me every time. It just tickles me. It is so funny. It is one of the funniest moments in Supernatural because it's just so like weird. But he's just acting so normal about it. And then like the unnormal thing is that he gets sucked into the TV. It's great. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Um oh my gosh, another good one is when it's the episode when he's like, I forgot what they were saying, but they were talking about God, and then he was like, God has a beard. I love that. I don't know why. I just love that. He's like, God has a beard. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All right. I also love when he says he's Agent Beyonce and then gives the other person Agent Jay-Z. And I think it's really funny how oblivious he is to how ridiculous those names are and how nobody would believe him. I just think it's so funny. Oh my gosh. He is just on another level. Cass is on another level funny. And I think he was the perfect addition to Supernatural because, like, I love Sam and Dean and I love their brotherly connection and I love that. I do. But I do think that Cass is, like, he's the perfect addition because he's, like, he brings so much, like, I don't know. I just think he makes it interesting because he's so funny, but then he just is, then he can be like mean sometimes, like, you know, when he started the Angel War or whatever. And I mean, he's just like, I don't know. I think Cass really makes Supernatural just great. That's my personal opinion. All right. Another one of the funniest moments of Cass is when they go forward in time and it's not the apocalypse world, but it's like the apocalypse like future thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where they're like in the future and Sam's like, you know, what I don't know. Sam's Lucifer, right? In the future. Yeah. So when oh my gosh, when Cass is in the like apocalypse, we're going to call it the apocalypse future, okay? So when Cass is in the apocalypse future, it is so funny. He's so funny because he's like the exact opposite of everything that Cass is. Like, he is like all peace and love and like no worries. It's just so funny when you see him like that because you're just like, is this the same person? Like, what is happening right now? Okay, he said, I loved Crazy Cass from the last episodes of season 7. He was the cutest. Yes, when he was talking about like bees and stuff and then he came like naked on naked on the car. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Crazy Cass was something else. It was great. He said, that is one of the only things a Supernatural fan will understand. God has a beard. Yes. It's a fact that we only recognize every day. Everyone else would just be super skeptical. Right? Yes, God has a beard. He really does. Oh my gosh. Also, like, I really want to start saying like, oh my Jack or oh my Chuck, like in person in front of people now and just try to see what their reactions are, you know? Like, I just want to like see what they'll do. You know? My favorite line from that episode, Apocalyptic Future, yes, is, what? I like your pass. I love it. Oh my gosh. He's just on another level in the apocalyptic future. Just like on another level. It's hilarious. Chuck is really funny in that too. Chuck is really okay. We're gonna go off on a tangent because I just thought of this. Sorry. So I wonder, because he was God then, right? Like, Chuck was always God. So why? So like, was he just like making up this whole like apocalyptic future thing? Did he just like so he was just acting the whole time he was in the apocalyptic future? Like, it's so weird to think about. Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, how many times Chuck had to, like, lie and act and pretend like he wasn't God. And you're just like, wow. Like, sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, that's insane that, that's a long con, a very long con. And I love it because I love Rob Benedict. So I love that, like, you know. Anyway, just popped into my mind. Um, all right, all right. Oh, let's see. I think. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So the last one that I have on my list, is when he came in. They were like in a motel, and he came in, and he was like, "I found a liquor store and drank it." I see those memes everywhere. Even like for people who like don't watch Supernatural, that line is like a meme on so many things because it is such an epic line. It is such an epic line. He said, "Yes, you love that." Yeah, cuz it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. Well, those are all of my favorite funny cast moments.